welcome to channel 69, where we talk about our world and how it works. Today, I'm gonna be your host, Iñaki Zabaleta, and here with me, I have Dr. Patricio, which is gonna answer a few questions about chemistry. So tell us, Dr. Patricio, what are some contributions of chemistry in medicine?
Well, chemistry is a huge part of medicine, both as a diagnostic and treatment tool. Chemistry experiments in hospital, medical, lab analyze the blood, urine, etc. for proteins, sugars, and other metabolic and inorganic substances. This requires chemistry. Most medications are involved with inhibiting specific enzyme or expression of a gene. Blocking an enzyme's active site requires a specifically designed blocker to disable the enzyme's function. But this is more than a biological slide.
That was a very interesting explanation, Patricio. I really liked it. So tell us, now, how is chemistry affecting global warming?
Well, the term global warming refers to an increase of Earth's mean global temperature because a part of Earth's outgoing infrared radiation is retained by several gases in the atmosphere, greenhouse gases. And there are some industrial gases, chlorofluorocarbons. Chemistry searches for an equilibrium in nature to resolve the melting of the ice caps and the atmosphere of the planet where we live.
That was a very interesting explanation, Patricio. Thank you for being here. Now, our next guest is a gastronomist, Ana Paula Garza, which is going to talk a little about the applications of chemistry in food.
There are many ways chemistry applies in food. One way is done by food scientists. Food scientists aren't alike to chefs, since they think of cooking in terms of the art of putting ingredients together to form a new recipe. And food scientists think of cooking of the combination of food, chemicals, and the reactions they undergo to perform a new food product. Food scientists work with food chemistry to develop new ways to use and combine ingredients. They study the chemistry of the food to determine what the properties of each food component and how it functions in the final food product. Working with natural artificial ingredients, they develop stabilizers, flavorings, and new ways to combine and present food.
Well, that's something I didn't know before. Thank you for being here. Now we have expert in chemistry and warfare, Luis Lopez, which is going to talk about how chemistry contributes in the development of weapons.
The use of chemistry in warfare includes the using of toxic properties of chemical substances as weapons. The military, nuclear, biological, and chemical weapons are considered as weapons of mass destruction. The chemical warfare was introduced in the First World War. The French, German, and British used all kinds of chemical weapons, from fire tear gas rifle to gas released from cylinders. In the Second World War, the chemical weapons were improved. The Germans used a new weapon called nerve gas, which quick-acting poisons attack the nervous system. Both the Germans and the British used chemical weapons to kill their enemies.
Thank you for your time, Luis. Very nice to meet you. Now, our last guest is Paulina, a scientist that is gonna give us 3 possible solutions on how we can stop the melting of the ice caps.
Three possible solutions that I consider the best to solve the problem of the melting of the polar ice caps. Number 1. To stop throwing trash to the floor. Number 2. To reuse the plastics. And number 3. To use or buy products from the Wärtsilä company. In that case, let me explain. The Wärtsilä company's main goal is to produce several products that help reduce the CO2, which is the carbon dioxide emissions, one of the main reasons for the global warming. These are some of the types of products they produce. They produce gas that produces less CO2 emissions, diesel, and multi-fuel engines.
After doing our project, we realized that chemistry is so important in many sciences. For example, physics, medicine, biology, and petrochemistry as well. We use chemistry to know the reasons of natural events, to discover anything about our world, and to create new inventions. That's why chemistry is so important.